welcome to a very special evening of the Dude Therapy Podcast. We're coming to you live from the side of a campfire.
That's right.
Out here in Asheville, North Carolina. My ghost story tonight, Chase, is that of the Bell Witch. This is likely the most well-known story of the bunch, because the story of the Bell Witch was made into a movie back in 2013, just in case you didn't know. Now, the film was based on alleged hauntings of the Bell family that dated back to 1817. John Bell and his family, they lived in Robertson County, Tennessee, near the town of Adams. Although some might argue that Robertson County isn't technically in Appalachia. I mean, I think it's close enough, dude. I think it's close enough.
Getting there.
And the story's interesting, right? So who really cares? So John relocated his family from North Carolina to a 320-acre farm in Tennessee in 1804. For many years, they lived peacefully on this farm, but that all changed in 1817, when one day, John noticed a strange animal out in the fields. It had the body of a dog and the head of a rabbit. That's terrifying. That's terrifying. John shot at this strange creature, but it disappeared. Over the coming months, John's children also began to witness strange apparitions appearing on their property. Drew Bell tried approaching a bird, of extraordinary size, mind you, before it flew away, and Betsy Bell saw a girl in a green dress hanging from the branch of an oak tree. Not that it's funny, it's just scary. So it's thought that those particular sightings are of the Bell Witch. So from there, the antics of the Bell Witch escalated. The family claimed to hear haunting sounds in their home that sounded like chains dragging on the floor, dog fights, and things gnawing at their bedside. I can't imagine that, man.
No.
They could also hear voices speaking directly to them. The witch seemed to have a particular hatred for John and his daughter Betsy, as Betsy was slapped, pinched, and stuck with pins by the witch. Strangely, the Bell Witch didn't seem to carry the same disdain for Lucy, John Bell's wife, or his sons, which I find to be kind of interesting. Once word got out about this witch, people just had to see it for themselves. They started camping out on the Bell property by the hundreds to get a glimpse of the Bell Witch. A few of them left with haunting accounts of their own. The story of the Bell Witch came to a head when she vowed to kill John 3 years after beginning her reign of terror on the family. On December 20th, 1820, John was found dead with a vial of poison at his side. His death was officially attributed to the Bell Witch, making Tennessee the only state to recognize a person's passing as supernatural. That's crazy. That is crazy. So a year later in 1821, poor Betsy was so tormented by the witch that she called off her engagement to a local man, Joshua Gardner. What a crazy story, man. And it does say here, too, if you want to get up close and personal with the story, you can visit the historic Bell Witch Cave in Adams, Tennessee.
Wow. You want to go there tomorrow?
I think I'll pass.
Oh.
I think I'm gonna pass on going to Adams, Tennessee.
You may come here tonight. Finish out my motto there.
Yeah. I'll finish this up while you go.
This is the story of the Pink Lady in the Grove Park Inn, Nashville, North Carolina.
Local.
High in the misty Blue Ridge Mountains stands Asheville's Grove Park Inn, a grand century-old hotel built in 1913 by millionaire Edwin Wiley Grove. By day, it's a place of luxury, elegance, and old-world charm, but by night, it's home to something else. For nearly 100 years, guests and staff have reported strange happenings, flickering lights, cold drafts, objects moving on their own, and even the story seemed to trace back to room 545. That's where she fell. The legend says a young woman dressed in pink plunged to her death from the 5th floor balcony in the 1920s. Some say it was an accident, others whisper it was a heartbreak, but whatever the truth, her spirit never left. They call her the Pink Lady, a shimmering figure in a flowing pink gown drifting through the halls, leaving behind a faint scent of roses and a chill in the air. Guests have felt her gentle touch at night, a hand brushing their cheek, a playful tickle on their feet. Children see her most often, the nice pink lady, who sings softly by their beds. So if you ever spend the night at Grove Park Inn, and you're lucky, or unlucky, enough to stay in room 545, don't be alarmed if you wake up to a faint pink glow at the foot of your bed. Some guests check out, some never do. And that is the story of the Pink Lady at the Grove Park Inn.
Well, guys, that was it for
Yeah.
tonight's episode. A couple
Yeah,
little
man.
ghost stories
Got
for
you a
you.
beautiful s'more right
That's
there.
yours.
Oh,
I'll cook
here.
one. Don't
I'll
worry.
take it.
That
I'll
one's
take
perfect just for you.
it.
But hey,
Nice
you
and
guys, we
looking
appreciate you
gooey.
listening. Do Therapy Podcast.
Out.
Out.